this. Might just have to, I don't know if it's gonna come back in. There's too much beat left. Let's get it.
Yo, welcome to the Talk That Real podcast.
We is back, man.
We is back in the building.
We's back.
Episode 143.
Who you got for us today? Who you got for us today?
Troy Polamalu.
Okay, hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. That's
Troy Polamalu.
That's a real good one. Okay,
Out here. Had to think on that one. Ain't a lot of 43s
No, that's
in
a
the
good
league.
one. That's a real good one. I ain't mad at that one.
Troy Polamalu, man. We are back,
I
man.
guess I should stop the beat, huh?
Yeah, coming back right at you.
Right, exactly. Oh, man. Troy Polamalu. Okay. Number 4, Trey, man. What's up, man? How your week going so far?
Man, it's going good, man. Productive. Getting stuff done. Yeah, man. So just been getting stuff done. Productive, man. My daughter's mom been out of town, so I done had them kind of all weekend. We've been kicking.
Being daddy.
Yeah, just being the father. I've been enjoying it.
Okay,
you know?
that's what's up. Yeah.
I enjoy my kids now.
Yeah, absolutely.
They kids,
right?
So
Right.
They push you and test your patience. But
yeah.
I'm not that one to be like, I can't wait till she get back. I'm just like, we cool. We chill.
Yeah,
I don't have no problem out of it.
Yeah, I mean, your kids are very well behaved.
Yeah.
They ain't like my neighbor's kids. Them little bastards, I'm going to kick them in the chest. They be loud over, boy.
Nah.
They be stomping all around, man.
I mean, they definitely had those moments, definitely when they nieces and stuff, my nieces and stuff is here with them. They turn up and kick it.
They play around, yeah.
But if I go up there and say something, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
They shut it down.
Hey, well, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? We'll behave.
Yeah. They don't.
My neighbors, they don't care their kids to sit down.
They just let them do stuff.
Man, listen, 7 in the morning, it sounds like they body slamming each other.
I can't
listen, I'm going to go over there and break their spines. They be loud, bro. They be too loud. Like that gum. Then them thin walls. I ain't going to complain, man. I'm glad I got a thin wall place to stay in to keep me warm.
Right. Listen, hey, some people ain't got no wall.
Hey, real talk. But them little bastards, though, they got to relax.
Yeah, I feel that, too. How your week been, man?
You said what now?
How your week been?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain at all. I mean, nothing eventful going on, for real. But you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes uneventful is good.
Oh, I'm okay with uneventful.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. I don't necessarily want or need a lot of stuff going on because I hate when I'm super busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll take, uneventful weeks, especially because right now at work it's a little bit slow. And because I know, like, when projects start ramping up, I'm going to be uber busy.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Being slow at all for me.
Oh, yeah?
Just busy.
Yeah.
I mean, like even my supervisors, say other people on the management side with me, like, the way our model is set up. So I got a team of 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So I oversee a team of 20 reps. So that's just a lot in itself.
100%.
The average team is probably 8. They try to keep 8 per
you
manager.
Got 20?
Got 20, bro.
Oof.
Right.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Yep. So
good luck. Praying for you.
Just making it happen.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, man, shout out to our recent guests. Shout out to Sean Lee.
Clap it up for
Shout out to Bridget. Shout out to Anna. I ain't missing nobody.
I think April came on this year.
In April. Yeah.
April Shields came on this year.
Shout out to all our guests this year.
Clap it up for them.
All of y'all have had raving reviews from our listeners and watchers.
Real talk though. Yeah.
They thoroughly enjoyed y'all coming on.
Absolutely.
And appreciate y'all sharing the stuff. Continue to help us build our platform.
Absolutely, 100%.
We appreciate it. And I mean, the women came with been kicking knowledge, man.
No, real talk.
They've been kicking some real knowledge.
Absolutely, yeah.
While y'all at it, man, while y'all listen to this, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. We are 2 subscribers away from 900.
Come on now.
And then we make that not final push, but that big push for 1,000 to get us to the monetize, right? To help us be able to keep doing what we're doing.
Exactly. I like it because we need a new camera and everything.
Yeah. Time to upgrade, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's time to upgrade.
Listen, we've been upgrading a lot. If y'all been rocking with us long enough, y'all
already know.
Y'all can tell.
Y'all have seen the many changes that this podcast
that we've been trying to figure it out, right? We done been through 4 or 5 logos.
Oh my God, 4 or 5 locations.
Yeah,
like real talk.
So
man, real talk, boy.
I mean, it's been a blessing, man.
It's growth, man. It's growth.
It's just growth out here.
Absolutely,
growth out here, man. So let's get into this scenario, man.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So let's see.
What you got for us on the what would you do?
We ain't gonna talk about Diddy.
Not yet. What would you do if you was in Diddy's shoes? I would have got on a plane and left too.
Bro. Should have took the millions, got out of here while you could.
I wouldn't be in Diddy's shoes, first of all.
Never.
Hey,
but if I was, I'd have took them millions and bound. Definitely, if you know you kind of guilty, like, get on out of here.
Hey, bro, real talk.
They wouldn't have been able to find me.
Hey, Diddy, a freaky boy.
Boy,
that nigga freaky.
He better be self-made with Kales.
Yeah. Hey, facts. Oh, man.
All right. So what would you do?
All right, let's go.
This guy says, I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
We have been 2 years dating,
mm-hmm.
and things with my girlfriend have been good. But the thing is, I found out that my girlfriend is selling ass. And she thinks I don't know. I once to find her a message talking to a guy, and I asked her, was she selling ass?
Uh-huh.
She said yes. But it's crazy because I'm doing everything for her. I pay for her to go to school. Uh-huh. Then hasn't worried about a thing. She tells me she was just doing it for fun and that she's sorry and she'll no longer do it. Now we have to start all over again. And I don't know what to do because I really love her, but I'm just stuck here. What should I do?
Break up with her. She was selling ass. She didn't tell you. Like,
ain't even no thing to tell nobody. Like, how do you tell somebody I'm selling ass?
Like, nigga, break up with her. That's it. It's done. It's over with. Have some boundaries. Have some pride. Have some of all of that.
Have some dignity about
yourself. Have some dignity, man. This is easy. This is so simple.
This is not hard.
It's so easy.
At all.
This is not hard. You need to leave this relationship. Bro, that's it.
Because it wasn't that she was just cheating on you. Like if she was cheating on you, I'd have been like, if you love her that much and y'all can come to it has some communication, and you feel like it's working out,
yeah.
Bro. She was selling ass.
I mean, it's pretty simple to me. It's pretty simple to me.
Like, I'm surprised you ain't put your hands on.
Hey, right.
I'm just like,
that's insane. That's insane. You can't say that. You cannot say that.
I am not condoning violence. But I'm taking care of you.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
And you selling ass?
That's crazy.
It would take
that's insane.
Every guy giving restraint within.
Hey, real talk though. Because I'm like,
because I was snapped.
I'm like, okay, selling ass, like, is this OnlyFans or is she like giving it up?
It sounds like she giving it up. Because like
she's a prostitute.
Even if it's OnlyFans, it's like,
yeah,
okay, you could have told me. Still probably want to leave.
I don't know. Maybe I would.
No,
I wouldn't.
Like, if you'd have told me we had a discussion and like, whatever. But
what kind of OnlyFans is it? You selling feet pics? Like, what is it?
I mean, she's selling ass, so she got to be on there.
Well, I'm saying, like, if it was
with
a different, no, she busting it open.
Yeah, like, I got to still leave.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's
out.
Like, I'm gonna be mad, but not as mad as I'd be if I found like you selling ass to actual.
Hey, no, real talk. Yeah, no, that's insane.
And still smashing me. I'm taking care of you.
Listen, he said something else in there. Read that one more time.
For her to go to school.
Read that one more time, man. He said something else in there that just threw me for a loop.
He said, I have a girlfriend of 2 years.
2 years.
And we've been dating and it's been going good. But I found out my girl is selling ass.
Selling ass.
She think I didn't know, but I found a message of her talking to a guy about it. I asked her why she was selling ass, and she told me she was just doing it for fun.
That's, okay, stop right there. That's the part.
That is insane.
She was selling ass for fun, not even for money. That right there is why I immediately said leave. You're selling ass for fun, not even for the money.
He's taking care of you.
You just a slore for the sake of being a slore.
Oh my!
That is insane.
It is.
Why is he even asking what he should do?
And that's why I said
this is crazy.
At that point, I might have snapped.
That's not real tough. Though for fun. If my lady told me she's selling ass for fun, nah, but you know what you said earlier? I'm rolling with you now. Yeah. I'm surprised he
put hands on her.
That's crazy.
You in my spot taking my money. And I'm taking care of you. You have the audacity to tell me you're doing this for fun?
For fun.
I would have lost it. I'm sorry, I'd have lost it.
Yeah, I would have lost it. 100%.
Y'all have got a call from me from the county.
I would have bailed you out.
Like,
I would have bailed you out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would have got you.
I lost it. Let me explain to y'all what happened. Hey, when I tell y'all, hopefully y'all understand.
Oh, I would have totally understood. I would have 100, and I would have been like, listen, I'm about to call the bail bondsman. We about to get you out of there. I ain't gonna leave you. You know how the other conversation we was having where I said I would have just let old girls' brothers beat you up or whatever. No, this is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this is different. I'm gonna bail you out. You know what I'm saying? Like
I might have to send some homegirls to get at her. Like,
hey, 100%. No, real talk. Yeah, and not like just regular homegirls. I mean the ones that like fight.
Yeah.
Like the hood, dirty, ashy knuckles from punching concrete.
And she got like, I'm sorry, can we start over?
You selling ass for fun. There is no starting over.
Start over.
That means, again, you just like it for the sake of liking it.
Right.
That's it. There is no starting over. That's
and again,
over.
You ain't just having sex. You're selling ass.
Yeah. No, that's insane. I'm kind of pissed off at the dude. I blame him.
Yeah.
I blame him.
The fact that he's still asking what he should do,
it's
the reason this girl is selling ass.
Bruh. Hey, she has no respect for him. None.
She told you she was doing this for fun.
That's insane. Matter of fact, she told you this because she wants you to leave her. She making enough money selling ass. She don't need you to take care of her, obviously. She wants this relationship to be over. This is your opportunity to be done with this relationship, sir.
Bail, bro.
Do yourself a favor, King, young King. Do yourself a favor and leave this woman.
Yeah.
It's simple.
It's simple as that, bro. It's very simple. I ain't even know what should you do.
No.
You already know what you should do.
You've been knowing what you should do.
I just don't know how you haven't done it yet.
I'm pissed off at him. Does he have a name? No, don't do that.
No, he deserves to be put on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
he
Oh my gosh, man. Have some morals. Good Lord.
He has none. So before we jump in there, as you roll it, like, I want to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Like, we asked this on the pod page.
Uh-huh.
When you are single and dating,
yeah,
do you go out with multiple people,
or
you just date one at a time?
Okay.
A lot of different things here, and most of these are ladies commenting.
Okay.
Just like, a lot of them said they'll just date one person because that's all they can really handle the focus on.
Yeah.
And more women than I thought was like multiple people may the best man win.
Word. That's interesting, especially coming from women.
Yeah, just like, hey, multiple until a genuine interest. Continue the dating is established. A few options never hurt nobody. What else? Until somebody's serious about me, I'm dating everybody.
I ain't mad at it.
May the best man wins, and I don't involve sex during this time. One person will say one at a time. I definitely understand people date multiple people and then choose to date one exclusively. It actually probably better. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Somebody said follow in the comments because I tried both ways and I'm still single.
Dang. Yikes.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. Somebody said it used to be one at a time. Now it's all of them until somebody wants to make it official.
Okay.
Multiple until someone really catches my attention and has shown some serious interest and attention to me. Someone said I dated multiple because dating one at a time got my feelings hurt each and every single time.
Fair.
So, I mean, what's your thoughts?
So I've tried both ways, actually.
Yeah.
Earlier on in my dating years, I would do one at a time. And then as I got older, I said, you know what? I feel like it's more efficient to try to date multiple. Notice I said try to date multiple people at one time.
I remember when you was at that point.
Yeah. It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
You were stressed.
I was. I didn't like it.
You were stressed.
It wasn't fun.
I remember it so well.
Nah, it wasn't fun, man. It was not fun. So I reverted back to dating one at a time. And here's the thing about dating one person at a time. I would say when you are a man or a woman that knows what you want, that is very self-aware, and you know what you deserve, dating one at a time doesn't have to be hard because you pretty much know pretty quickly if it's going to turn into something or not. But that takes a very self-aware person. You know what I'm saying?
And I just think people have to define with themselves and with others what dating means for them.
Okay, I like it. Yeah.
Because dating doesn't have the same definition for everyone.
Sure.
Right? Or like, and I hear a lot of women, they ask certain questions like, what are you dating with intention?
Right.
You know, and that's a big thing to know. Like,
Absolutely. 100%.
You know, what's your intentions behind that? Because some people are just at the point where they just want to have fun. They want to go out on dates, enjoy a night out on the town, talk to you when they feel like it. When they don't feel like it, they don't have to.
Right.
If y'all both at that point in life, cool.
Then let that be known.
And let that
front,
be known.
100%.
And because I'm the type where I don't want expectations.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, like up front.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm cool if you let me know what your intentions are. Let me know what your intentions are. But I'm gonna let you know, like, my intentions are not to have any expectations of me.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, my only expectation is for you to be you and me to be me.
And be honest.
And just be honest.
Yeah, just be honest.
Now, when I say that, people will be like, "Oh, you just out here trying to play the field and play the game." I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes you come in with this expectation and you press it.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Trying to make something happen.
That's very true.
And I don't want to try to force or make anything happen. If we now what I don't want to do, all right, and I don't do, is I'm not trying to be out on the town with a bunch of different people.
100%. Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Because you can't.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, do your thing.
Right.
Me, I just don't I don't want my name attached to so many different people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I seen Rece with her. I seen Rece with her. Rece like Rece out here, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, because people, and I don't necessarily care, honestly. If you know me, I don't care what people think at all.
Sure.
Think what you want to think, because I know what's up with me, and my real people know what's up with me.
Right.
You know, but it may not even be fair to women. Yeah. To be like, oh, you went out with Rece or Rece. But I'm like, as long as I'm honest with them too.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
100%.
But my thing is, like, for me, it's always been, and this is how I've always done it. Like, I may be talking to, and when I'm single and all that.
Yeah.
Multiple people. Might be having multiple phone conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Multiple text things going on. Whatever. I truly believe, and I've seen it happen in my life plenty of times, when that one grabs your attention, you almost don't even have to say nothing to them.
Yeah, it just falls off.
You just you start talking to this one person more and more, and your desire to talk to this person, your desire to kick it with this person, your desire to do all of that grows.
Absolutely.
And when it does, I communicate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, you know what? I've talked to you every day, all day. Like,
right.
I'm at the point where I don't really talk to nobody else but you, or I really don't desire to talk to anybody else but you. Where are you at?
Yeah, it's fair.
And it's like, if they on the same thing, I'm like, hey, do you want to do this more exclusively so we can see if we want to even take this to the next level of a relationship?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I've had women come and have that conversation with me.
Yeah.
And we be hanging and we just kicking. They like, hey, I'm actually feeling you.
Yeah.
And I know we just been kicking this stuff, but I'm feeling you, and I want to know kind of where your feelings are at.
Sure.
And see if you're feeling me like that, if we want to be more exclusive with this.
Right, yeah.
And if I'm feeling them, I'm like, yeah, cool. Guess what? I was already lost so many people because I talked to you so much. More.
Yeah, exactly.
And people just naturally, and it just flowed naturally.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, don't expect nothing from me, I'm not saying like just take whatever I give.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm just going to be me, you be you.
Right.
And that stuff flow.
Exactly.
Then let the
vibe go where it's going to go. Yeah.
If the vibe and the chemistry
I know people
is
hate hearing that. But I think it's very true. But I think what you was pretty much saying in there is just communicate where y'all at.
Communicate
you know what I'm saying?
The process.
That's the most important part, because again, it's just like you said, expectations. Really, the only expectation should be, look, don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Don't lie. Don't be an asshole. And just let things flow how they gonna flow naturally.
Because sometimes, I mean, you can start off with like, I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the lines, a feeling a change. I'm just like, at any point that the emotions or how we're doing things, and it begins to change a little bit, communicate.
Yeah, and then that's the thing too. It's like, I think it's one of those things where it's like people have to understand with dating, you're getting to know someone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, my initial thing for talking to you more than likely is going to be physical attraction. And then once I talk to you about a week or so and I see like, we're not really compatible.
Yeah.
Like, you have every right to just be like, you know what? Hey, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't for me for whatever reason.
Right.
And just let it be what it is.
Yeah.
I think when you put unrealistic expectations in there, because I think sometimes people go in with the expectation that it's automatically going to turn into something.
Yeah.
Something more. And it's like, well,
or like
that's not necessarily.
If that's what you really desire, you're hoping.
Right. Which is okay.
Which is okay.
You can hope for that. Yeah.
But when you put that hope and try to force it,
that's the problem.
That's the problem.
That is the problem.
That when you're so like that, you're trying to just make it happen.
Yeah. That's the problem.
It's just like, things change sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have
people can't change their mind.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you may be physically attracted to somebody and you get to hanging out and you like, I'm physically attracted to you still.
Right, yeah.
And I think we can be cool as just friends though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because that's a thing too. Like everything ain't meant to turn into a
relationship. Exactly.
In a relationship thing.
Marriage
so
and
let's vibe. If we meant to be friends, we'll be friends.
Right.
If we meant to be, more than that, we'll be more than that.
Yeah. And I'll add to that. It's one of those things where you can't rush into like physical stuff.
That's true.
Like kissing, holding hands, having sex, because it's more difficult when you're doing that kind of activity to just separate it and be like, okay, we just need to be friends.
Yeah.
So I can understand when people kind of feel slighted when, you kissing up on somebody, y'all touching, y'all doing, and maybe not even having sex yet, but y'all sharing physical, intimate moments.
And my thing, even with that, is like, if that's how things started, you can't be mad at somebody that doesn't want to take it to a deeper level.
Yeah,
at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, if that's how the communication started off top.
Yeah,
y'all talked about physical attraction. Oh, I think you cute. I think you handsome, and all that type of stuff. The next thing you know, y'all talking freaky to each other,
talking nasty,
and then y'all end up going there.
Careful.
And now, one expectation on one side is, I want to get to know you on deeper, and then the other person may be like, well, I never wanted that. I just wanted, to get to be cool, and here we are now with this extra thing.
And I've been on both sides of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been on both sides of it.
Yeah,
I've been on both sides where I wanted more, and she was like, no. Because people think that men ain't that, that don't happen to us.
100%, and it does.
Like, it's been times where sex happened quicker than what I wanted it to, or what I expected it to. And she was the one that was just trying to get sex off. And I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm trying to, and
real
it's
talk.
like, well, nah, I really ain't. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what can you do?
Like, disappointed now.
Yeah. But it's just part of it. But
Absolutely.
I think in those situations, I'm like, man, listen, we both adults.
Yeah.
We both knew what we was getting into when we laid down and did this.
Yeah.
So don't come at me and I can't come at you acting like you tried to lead me on and play you.
Sure.
Or you can't come and act like I tried to lead you on, like I tried to lead you on and play you.
Yeah.
We both just made decisions.
100%.
And that's just what it is.
Absolutely. 100%.
And we both got to live with that. And if either one of us didn't want it more than just that, we should have maybe probably controlled more how it started.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And I'm not saying that it can't start like that and turn into something. Because I've had something start like that.
Sure.
And turn into something.
Absolutely.
Like, so just because somebody has physical stuff quickly doesn't mean that it can't transpire to more things. I know married people that had sex the first night they met.
And you know what? I was gonna ask you, like, how long do you think two people should wait? Unless it's an anomaly like that where it's like y'all have sex the first night, y'all end up getting married. How long do you think people should wait?
I don't think, honestly,
in a very objective,
taking the biblical stance out of it.
Well, yeah.
Taking that stance out of it. I don't think it's a timeline.
Okay.
I feel like you're an adult.
Okay.
Communicate.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
If you don't want that to be on the table yet, communicate that.
Yeah.
And let each person make a decision based off the truth.
I like it.
If you don't want that to go down, don't let that be known that you don't want that to go down.
Right, yeah. And if the person is not okay with that,
they should bounce.
And you should let them bounce.
But you can't not want that, then allow that, and then expect that person to change.
Yeah,
Because it's not fair to that person either to have that expectation on them that they didn't know was going to be on them.
Facts. Yeah.
Two people are adults. Two people got to have conversation.
Right.
Two people got to say what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Now, probably shouldn't be out here dating, just smashing each and everybody.
No, that's even dangerous.
If that's what you own, again, communicate.
Yeah. And it's dangerous.
And strap up, please.
Yeah, like that's
the thing. If that's what you own, protect yourself.
Yeah.
Because people out here on that.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm like, in that sense, protect yourself, but be honest with the person too. If they ask you, "Are you smashing anybody else?" Don't be like, "No."
Yeah,
because that person,
hey, real talk, you're putting them at risk.
Yeah, that person deserves the right to make a decision whether that's what they want to be a part of.
100%.
So to me, like I said, I don't think it's no time. I think it all comes down to communication. Communicate what you want.
Yeah,
but that's your boundaries.
Right.
You can't put your boundaries as an expectation on somebody.
That is very true.
And I think that's what oftentimes happens. Is this is my expectation now? This is what you should meet, and it's like. No, it don't always have to be like that. Like,
nah, not at all.
Like, say what you want. They say what they want. If it's cool and y'all mesh, y'all keep going. If y'all don't, be grown enough to say, hey, this ain't what I wanted to get involved in like this. And I've had people tell me that before.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what? I'm looking for something more intentional right now.
Yeah.
There's somebody that wants to come in and say, yes, we're dating to be this.
Yeah.
And that ain't what you're saying, then and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Not real talk.
I don't want that type of pressure. If you're saying, hey, let's talk. See if we vibe, see if the conversation is cool. That's what I'm big on. Vibe, chemistry, energy.
100%. All of that needs to be there.
I need all that to be there
100%.
Before I'm talking about what my expectation is or what I want. Like, so if you asking me that on first conversation, what's your intention on dating? I'm like, I don't know what my intention is with you yet because I don't know you.
And maybe they're just asking in a very general sense. So, like, for instance, like my lady, she did ask me.
Yeah.
Like, what are my intentions? Not necessarily with her, but just in a very general sense. And I told her, like, hey, I'm looking to get married eventually.
Yeah. Now,
like you said, like, if we having a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, our chemistry is there. If all these boxes are being checked, the end goal for me is marriage. And I told her that.
Yeah. Now, if you ask me that, like, what do you want ultimately out of life when it comes to relationship?
And that's pretty much what she asked me.
I want to be married to you.
Exactly.
Like, that is my ultimate goal. I don't want to be out here doing, like, all that, like, that, like, I'm straight.
Random skibbities?
Yeah, like, nah. It ain't the life.
It's not.
It is not the life. Like,
it's
so it's like,
if
you ask me what my end goal is and what I really want, to settle down, and have that life partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's what it is.
100%.
Right? But the way I go about it ain't gonna always be the way that I used to go about it, where I just be like, because I used to be that person, like, oh, that's it. Like, she's the one. Like, I want to talk to her, and I'm gonna talk to just to only her.
Yeah.
And then it's like, let's see what vibe and chemistry is before, and that's gonna take more than one conversation in one date.
Yeah, absolutely.
To really be like, all right, I'm cutting everybody else off.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
This is me, and we can move on. I think people are foolish. To just think, ultimately, oh, you gave me your number today.
Yeah,
we talking, or we've been talking for a week, and expect that person ain't talking to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so he or she was talking to somebody before you came along.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And that person, them other people just don't magically disappear because y'all vibing now. It's gonna take time for him or her to see something in you, right, to set you apart.
Yeah.
From now, some people that just been vibing by themselves.
Right.
And you come across that sometime. You know, where somebody just being focused on them, vibing on themselves, and you meet them at a time where they ain't talking to nobody else. Whatever. Right. That's dope.
Yeah.
But most of the time, somebody has somebody that they're communicating with in some form or fashion. And if you think they don't, you're thinking wrong for the most part.
No, pretty much.
And it's just like, if y'all mesh, that other stuff is going to disappear itself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and that's the person just out here trying to play games.
Right. 100%.
And it just takes care of itself.
Yeah, my thing, just be honest.
Just
man.
That's my whole thing.
When it comes to dating, whether you're dating one at a time or multiple, just keep it a stack.
But what most women say is like, men can't handle that.
What?
Like, so if they come and the man's taking them out doing all of that, because I've had women tell me like, they went out on a date with somebody, it was a good time, they was vibing, and you know, maybe the person called was like, hey, what you doing? No, tomorrow. And they be like, well, I got a date. Or they'll be honest, like, I'm going out with such and such. And they said some men getting mad off of that, like, that they dating or talking to somebody else.
Shoot, that's on that nigga.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. And now that he knows that information, he can decide for himself whether he wants to continue with you or not.
Or step it up.
Yeah.
Like,
real talk.
Like, if you don't want to date nobody and you want it for yourself, step up to the plate, bro.
Real talk.
That's all I can say.
That's it.
Don't get mad, bro.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, like, go swooper, bro. You know what they say, apply pressure.
I hate that saying, by the way.
Apply that pressure.
I
do too.
Saying, apply pressure. Pressure these.
Right. I heard somebody like, I need you applying pressure. I said, I am pressure.
Yeah.
That was my exact word.
Talk to him. Yeah.
They like, what makes you pressure? I said, I'm Rece. Like, I'm about to do all this. Like, I am who I am. If who I am ain't enough pressure for you, then bounce.
Yeah. Oh man,
like I don't know. Like I'm not about to perform for you.
Yeah, no, real talk. Yeah, real talk, man.
Like,
hey, somebody said something to me like they wanted me to be like a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, I'm not gonna be a fan of nobody.
Right.
I'm just not that kind of person. It's like, listen, I can love you, and I will love you with everything I have in me, but I ain't a fan.
Right.
A fan is something very different.
Very different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
like
man.
I got fans. I've had fans. I'm just talking in general. Like we've been there.
We've been there.
Like musically, I've had people that love me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I had people that were just fans of my music and didn't know nothing about me. Like
there it is.
Like it's a difference.
Yeah.
Like
it is a very big difference.
And listen, when energy and vibe and chemistry and all of that is there, ain't nobody got to apply nothing. It just flows.
It just flows. Exactly.
It simply just
100%
flows.
It just
ain't
flows.
Nobody having to like. Because to me, when I hear apply pressure, I'm like, you're going about it and I ain't gonna say intentionally trying to do extra stuff, but yeah, like you're trying to make something happen. I'm trying to apply pressure so this can happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be me.
I'm just gonna be me.
Yeah,
like if we want to talk, let's
Take
talk,
it or leave it.
And let the conversation flow. Like it ain't, I don't need you to apply pressure to me. I don't need just like I ain't saying. And when I say that, I'm not saying don't make effort.
Right, exactly.
But I'm saying when it flows, effort don't even feel like you're making it.
Yeah,
you're
like
just doing
talk.
what you want to do.
The chemistry will be there.
Yeah,
like real talk.
It's like. It's like getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
You just wake up.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't have to make an effort to wake up.
There it is.
I just wake up. It's natural.
Yeah.
It just flows.
And that's how it be with dating and relationships.
Yeah.
When it just flows naturally, that's the best relationships. When it just flows naturally, you ain't trying to force stuff.
And you look up and you like, we together?
This nigga did already propose.
Yeah, like I mean that's kind of how you look up. Like you look up and other people that you thought you was talking to and all that, they just you ain't even notice that you don't reach out to them no more. Until they start hitting you up like, why you don't call me no more? And you to be like,
hey, I'm in a relationship.
Like
now.
damn, like I'm sorry. Like I'm occupied now.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
Somebody else applied more pressure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, the energy on this other side was a little different.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Hey man, just like I said, when it comes down to it, communicate. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Be honest about what you want. If the other person ain't feeling it, they ain't feeling it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Move on.
Let's get it, man.
Is you rolling?
Let's get it.
Is you rolling? 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 Is you rolling?
I'm pulling up.
Yep.
I'm pulling up.
Yep.
I'm pulling up.
Yep.
I'm pulling up.
Hey. Yeah, I'm pulling. Yeah, I'm pulling up. Yeah, I'm pulling up. Yeah. Hey.
Remember them days.
Cut that off.
Yo,
all right, man. Is you rolling?
What you got?
Is you rolling? I'm going to go first?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, bet. Let me pull it up real quick here. And it reads, tell me what you think about this.
All right.
Is you is or is you ain't rolling? Sometimes hard work alone does not guarantee success.
Oh, I'm 100% rolling.
Tell me more.
I'm 100%. Like, just because you work hard, I mean you're going to be good at it. I think it goes back to the
Is that the question, though? Success. Because I think you have to define what is success for you.
Being good at something. How you successful at something if you ain't good?
You can be bad at something and still be successful.
Like what?
I know a lot of, I'll take my job, for instance. The CEO of that company has no idea what I do every single day.
Right.
He's not good at that job. But I guarantee it.
His job as CEO is not to be good at that job.
Well, that's my point.
He's successful at what he's good at.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
Delegating. So that's what I'm saying. So if you ask Tim, so what is you rolling?
Is sometimes hard work alone does not guarantee success.
His hard work
in
management, in business, made him successful.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
But if he was terrible at management and business,
I got you. So you're saying in whatever it is that you're good at.
Yeah.
Or not good at.
Or You can work hard, but if you're not good at it, I won't say that you'll never find success in that area, but it's going to be very difficult for you to find success.
Sure.
It's like a person that can go out and play basketball and practice every day. They simply don't. Let's go back to that podcast we had about the it factor. Either you have it or you don't.
What about the person that may like ride the bench but got a ring?
I mean, ride the bench if you had a ring, and if we talking professional, at some point, like they're good
enough to get to the NBA, or NFL,
or whatever professional. Like, the person on the end of the bench would murder us.
Oh, well, especially me in basketball.
Most people,
right. The
third string quarterback in the NFL.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely
killing most people.
100%. Yes, yeah.
So he works hard, and he's successful. Now it may not be the successful that everybody knows, but he's like, my dream was to make it to the NFL.
Sure,
he made it to the NFL, but he had to have skill.
Yeah.
If he was a terrible quarterback, I don't care how hard he worked. If he had no accuracy, he's not in the NFL.
Fair enough.
So that's why I'm saying you can work your ass off.
Yeah.
But if you're working your ass off at the wrong thing, you're not gonna find success.
Okay, so let's take it to kind of like what we was talking about just a few minutes ago, applying pressure. And you working hard to get this woman or this man.
That don't mean you're gonna get success.
Don't guarantee success, man.
I know some persistent niggas that's lonely.
Nigga, facts. I think dudes put more into consistency than what really needs to be put into that.
Yeah.
Because I found that some women, a lot of women actually, have found that what dudes may think of consistency or think is consistency, women find annoying.
Yeah. Now that's what I say.
Like if a woman tells you, like, I'm not interested a billion times in her DMs, or she tells you a billion times she's in a relationship, but you continue to badger her, it now becomes annoying.
Yeah, like I seen one post, bro, and dude literally was saying it was like from this to this. And it was a screenshot of a DM where he literally said good morning.
Oh, I've seen that
hella times with no reply. Then it was a marriage picture.
Yeah.
You know, and so when people might look at it like persistent pays off. Persistent does pay off sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
But
it's not a guarantee, though.
It's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Now, y'all know I'm a big advocate for most people can get whoever they want.
Define most.
I just feel like most people can. But like I said, it's still a borderline like of the annoying factor, right?
Yeah,
it's like you have to sometimes sit back and learn a person.
100%.
And figure out what your approach should be. Where should you be persistent at to get this person's attention?
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Just saying good morning 10 days in a row.
Insane.
And that's crazy.
Insane.
And you ain't getting nowhere with that. So maybe your approach, your persistence is in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
So I just think, like I said, you can put hard work in, man. Hard work does not just equal success.
It does not.
Hard work is needed for success, but it doesn't equal success.
I totally agree. Totally.
So
agree.
like I'm rolling that.
I'm rolling too. Yeah.
Like you got to apply your hard work in the right areas.
Absolutely.
Like everybody ain't your caliber.
Facts. Real talk.
Like sometimes that thing that like real talk, you hear women say it, but it's a real thing. Like look at you and look at me and ask yourself, does this match?
Do you just say most people can get who they want though?
You got to see if it match. And let me say, if it don't, don't mean you can't get it.
Okay.
But that may need to make some adjustments.
Got to work harder.
Yeah, you got to work harder.
Yeah.
And make some adjustments about certain things to maybe make it match before you make your move.
Okay.
Now, again, I'm not saying change anything about your core stuff to try to get somebody, because you got to do that. That you're tripping, right?
Yeah.
But you may see like this is a lady that's up here. I mean, I need to step my game up before I approach.
Maybe you dress like a bum.
Yeah.
And you can afford better clothes.
Like, so it's just different. It's just different things. Like, and I don't know, like that can work for people.
Yeah.
It ain't. You can work hard at the wrong stuff and it just don't find success.
I feel like you was about to say something, but you stopped yourself.
I did.
I could tell.
I did.
I can tell. Please. Please, broaden the conversation. Tell us more. We want to hear it.
People already say I'm a jerk, so
I can tell immediately you was about to say something, but you stopped yourself. Oh my God!
Trying to do better.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm trying to do better. Trying to listen to my therapist.
I like it.
It tells me I can't say everything that comes to my mind.
That's fair. Well, listen to your therapist.
Which I feel like I should be able to say whatever comes to my mind. But
slippery slope.
Right? I like slippery slopes.
I will not comment upon that. I've been skiing before. I've been skiing before, and I don't really have the desire to do it ever again.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
But yeah, man, listen, work hard.
Oh, man.
But it's better suited to apply your energy and your efforts towards something that you may already be talented or gifted at.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not talented, gifted, don't mean you shouldn't work hard. That means learn.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I've done some things. And I was working hard and putting effort. I remember trying to fix something on my car one time.
Yeah.
Working hard, trying to fix effort, finding no success. Working hard, sweating. And I finally figured it out.
Okay.
You know, it's when I was trying to change some struts.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was putting some shocks. I was putting a new shock thing in there.
Okay.
It just wasn't lining up.
I got you.
I'm going through all this. I took it out, trying to watching videos. Man, it just popped right back here. What am I missing? I finally figured out you got to get a beater bar to crank it up and have
whatever
it in there.
That is.
You know, and it took me a minute to figure it out. So I called my pops.
Yeah.
You know, I'm feeling good. Feel like I found success.
Right.
You know, I'm like, yeah, man, Pops, I finally got in. You know, I had to do it. He's like, yeah, did you get a beater bar to crank it up in the right spot?
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah.
So all the effort and work
that
I put in, if I'd have just took a minute instead of trying to be prideful,
right. Yeah.
I wanted to figure out on my own and just call and say, hey, Pops, man, this ain't lining up. He would have told me I could have saved myself all that extra 100%, effort.
Yeah.
You know, by just sitting back and learning. Sometimes you need to learn before you put forth the effort.
Totally agree. Absolutely.
And most people, that's why, we in this society, and I ain't trying to harp on this, we can move on at but we're in this society that pushes entrepreneurship more than ever.
Yeah.
And I am not against it. I am an entrepreneur. In my own right. And it's I understand what it takes to be one.
Sure.
And not even to some of the levels that other people are. I ain't act like I got it all figured out.
Right.
But what I do understand and what I do know is just because you're good at something does not mean you should make it a business.
Hey, facts. Facts Kellerman. Facts machine.
Because so many people just work hard, just grind. You know how many people's business that failed in the first 3 years that worked their ass off and grind?
Real talk, boy.
But didn't have no business sense?
None. I know plenty of people.
Didn't get the proper knowledge. They had a gift.
I know plenty of people.
They had a talent. And they working hard. I'm doing all this, but I ain't getting traction, I ain't getting support. It's no, you don't have any sense about marketing.
Yeah.
You don't have any sense about business.
No business savvy.
You don't know nothing about taxes.
Right, exactly.
You don't know anything about all of this. So you're working hard, but you're not finding success because you don't have the knowledge.
Yeah, real talk.
And it's that's okay when it's not okay. Go get the knowledge.
Yeah, I was about to say, go learn.
So 100%. It's just because you're good at something, that might just need to be your hobby.
Yeah,
that's true. If you're not going to go learn the stuff that really takes to make you be successful.
That's why I quit rapping. There wasn't no money in that.
Yeah.
I'm great at it.
You are.
With no money in it.
You are.
I said, I got to pivot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's time to pivot.
Because it takes so much effort and work.
Way too much that I'm willing to put into it.
That you would have had to do. And definitely once the time changed from how we was doing it at first.
Yeah, absolutely.
To where it is now.
Yeah.
That type of change, was dang, the grind is shifted.
Yeah.
So now I gotta
time, boy.
My grind was better
and
my success with music was better when I had to stand down in front of liquor stores and go through the mall, or when I had to get off hard copies where I can talk to people, and get my stuff off. When it changed so much to digital, I had to learn and study. Now I got to figure out algorithms. I got to figure out all of these type of things that I know now. But in the midst of all that transition, and you trying to still put out music, still trying to do all these shows, you trying to do all of that. While trying to figure out this new wave that's coming in.
Exactly.
It was too much.
Too much. Way too much.
It was just too much. And it's you good at it. We damn sure put work in.
A lot of work. Woo. You talking about hard work.
But the thing about it,
sheesh.
Some people look at us and would say we were successful music people.
That is very true.
Because
we did a lot.
Yeah, I'm about to say
we traveled a lot.
We traveled a lot, bro. We've been on stages that most people ain't been on. We had our own tours.
Right.
Like we've done things.
We done a whole lot.
We made money. We make money. But we made some money. Some of these ain't made nothing.
That is very true.
Right?
That is very true.
So
yeah.
It's all again about what do you consider success?
Yeah, how do you measure success? 100%. And I think for the time that we did it, we were successful.
We were successful.
Very much so.
I mean,
I would actually say like some of our, I would say most successful things, quite honestly, is when like we rapped at prisons.
Yeah.
Like real talk, bruh.
That was crazy.
Like that was some of the most, for lack of a better word, like satisfying I guess success in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to like,
that's something I still do now. That's what I don't even care about getting on too many other stages.
Real talk.
If they call me now, I'll go.
Yeah.
Because it has so much purpose with it. And for me, that was more
that is the success part of it. 100%.
It's
100%.
like sometimes success can't measure by monetary.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
100%.
I mean, it's just recognition. Like,
we met a lot of people too.
Listen, bro,
we touched a lot of people. We talked to a lot of people. I mean, it's still people this day that still hit me up and say how much my music has really helped them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So for me, that is the success part.
Man,
that's why I'm like, I'm good. From like real talk.
From a Christian hip hop standpoint, for many, Amp Records are one of the top spots in Kansas City.
Absolutely, 100%.
Like straight up,
100%.
Success was what I've done for some other artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
That didn't have no platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, so like success is just, and we work.
Man, listen,
I mean, when I listen to how we mix and master now to what we was doing then, it took a lot of work.
Listen, I hate even thinking about it. I ain't gonna front
you. When I seen that song today, I was so proud of it. I was like, y'all came such a long way.
Listen.
I'm gonna send you the first copy of it.
We was a mess.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Good.
It was terrible. It was terrible. Is you rolling?
Where we at, man? What we got?
Let's see. Where are we at? Now this is gonna be. Like I'm gonna ask this.
Okay.
You're not in this situation, and haven't been in it. So, but I think it's good to have a man's input on this.
Okay.
That may not experience it. So, is your other? Child support should be put on a card where the father can track what the money is being spent on. Is you rolling?
Why are you putting me in this position?
I just want to know what you think from a man's standpoint.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna say from a man's standpoint, I'm rolling.
Okay.
And I'm gonna here's why. I have multiple friends, and even my pops when he was alive, who were on child support. Now, you know, as far as like, you know, my pops and my mom definitely spent that money on needs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there are a lot of situations where that money is not necessarily being spent on the kids.
Okay.
It's called child support for a reason. The main word being child. Now, some women will probably argue, well, what I do with this money is, you know, their business or whatever the case may be, which, okay, fine, whatever. I have nothing to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Never been in this position. It never will.
That's why I'm just interested to see where you
it never will be. However, some of the complaints that I have heard from some of my homies, I can understand why this could be a thing and would be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like more often than not, situations happen where dudes are paying out child support, and then within a week or two, this woman is coming back to this man who has paid whatever amount of dollars in child support and asking for more money. And I've seen some of my homies, they have showed me their pay stubs. They can barely take care of themselves with how much child support is being taken out. Now, some might argue, well, he shouldn't have, you know, had kids with this woman or whatever the case may be. He shouldn't have laid down. He shouldn't have shot the club up, whatever. I get it. At the same time, though, it's kind of like, okay, so if you're getting this child support from this guy, right? And then a week or two later, you saying the money spent, I need more money, and this nigga tells you to kick rocks, he has every right to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He has every right to. Now, a good dude, a good father is going to go ahead and give you the money. because he's like, listen, if you're saying the kids need it, I'm gonna give them the money. But I can see why men would be okay with a card being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
The car's probably not going to do anything but cause more drama.
Tell me more. Matter of fact, are you rolling with this?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not rolling with it at all. I see where people are saying. I get all the stuff that you just said. Like,
yeah.
So I see it from that standpoint. But at the same time, it's like, first of all, car, like if you see where they spending the money, and then it could be something little.
Yeah, yeah.
They put gas in their car. Maybe they ain't got nothing to do with the kid.
Well,
could be. Could not be. Whatever. They bought some boots at a store that don't sell kids shoes.
Yeah.
On this card.
Yeah.
Now you're upset.
It's like a food stamp card.
Yeah. Now you're upset, and you want to go have a conversation about it. And it's nothing. Here's my thing. And even the scenario of them coming back and asking the father for more money. Like, it's communication. Now I get everybody's, co-parenting ain't at that level.
Yeah, exactly.
For whatever reasons, probably on both people's side. But like the minute like me and my daughter's mom got to that point where we had to co-parent, it was conversations that we had when we started talking about money.
Sure.
And when we settled on the amount that I would give her, each month, it was like I had a conversation to ask Blaine out. What are your intentions with this money?
Okay.
Right. And I asked that reason. And I told her, I said, and the only reason I'm asking it, not because I care whatever you do.
Yeah.
That way, if you come to me on some other things that got to do with the girls, I'll never have to say, that's what I give you child support for.
Got you.
So it was things like, okay, I'll be using this for this, and that. Cool.
Okay.
I've never asked what she did with that money.
And I think that's dope that y'all can have that conversation too, though. You asked her what's her intentions, and she responded.
So my daughters go. One is in taekwondo, the other's in gymnastics. They don't come out of child support.
Got you.
I can't be like, wait, I pay you child support. I give you money. I give you money each check. You take care of that.
Right.
Like, no, that has nothing. Bare necessities. Clothes, food, bills,
shelter.
Because if the kids are at the house,
100%.
they're more in most cases it is. Their water bill is higher. Like all of these things go into play. So it's like anything outside of bare necessity, yes, come back to me for it. We'll talk about it. Their hair got to be done.
Right.
I ain't gonna be like, oh, I give you child support. That's a need. You get the hair. Like no. Like no. Like okay, cool. This is how much it costs. We figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So all of those, it just comes down to communication. My thing is, long as my kids, now, if I'm paying that type of money and my kids are showing up looking rough and raggedy, then it's a different scenario.
Absolutely.
But long as my kids keep showing up and they fed, they looking good, they happy, I don't care what she's doing with that money. If I send it one time and she's behind on something, and she decides she want to take that money and pay for that, but the girls ain't starving, I can care too. I don't care. Are my good artists good? And they're gonna be good. And I know that. So I don't again, it comes down to your relationship with
absolutely
with the other parent. Like
100%.
I have no worry that my daughters are gonna be provided for.
Absolutely. Right.
So if you come and ask me for some more money to do something, I know normally it's for the girls. Right. And so I don't even have to question. I don't want to see where she's spending money. I don't care. Are my daughters good?
That's fair. Absolutely.
When I see them and they straight and they good, and here's the thing, like, because I do, have my daughters a lot. I won't say a lot compared to what she has them. It's not a lot, but compared to what I know with some other fathers, I have my daughters a lot. I with my daughters every day for the most part, and like just having this time where she's out of town. Like there's stuff that just comes up that it's not even planned for when it's a kid. Right. So like. And that if you're not spending multiple days with the kid, you ain't even understanding how much probably extra that you got to spend, that your child support probably ain't even covered. And most of these dudes that's complaining, niggas ain't making no real money, so they might be giving up a lot of their check, but they ain't making enough money where they giving up thousands. Some of them is.
I was about to say, I know some.
But most of the people that are got 3 or 4 or 5 different kids.
Which
that's on like,
you gotta relax, bro.
That's a decision you made.
Keep it in the tuck.
Like
we're shooting the club.
Like you got to take accountability for some of that yourself.
Real talk.
And the thing about it, like I'm not big on the system. The system ain't all that it's cracked up to be. Like
Sure.
the system is in favor of the woman.
Yeah.
And I get that, but I'm more like I hear even some women say, "Oh, men shouldn't be on child support. They take care of the kid." It don't bother me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In a sense, I'd rather be on it.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier.
And because most people don't think that. Like, I'd rather know, like, okay, this is what I'm giving you. This is what's been done. You ain't got to ask for it. Just,
Yeah.
And I still have to send it because at the court, if you don't settle on the amount that they say, you take less or you make your own arrangement, they don't take it right out your check.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I still have to send it, but I'd rather just get it done and it be over with instead of consistently have to ask me.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I'd rather just, this is what's coming. I can budget for it. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
And all of that is just done.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because what I care about is my kids being taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I care about.
That's the point.
That's all I care about. Now, have we ran into obstacles as co-parents with it? Yeah, because we started out with one mount as the kids got older. She came back like, hey, what you giving me?
Hey, they growing.
They're going to need a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we have to have some discussions about that. And I'm
Sure.
like, okay, yeah, this is what I come for. No, I can't do that. You're doing that too much right now. Like, and we had those discussions.
Yeah.
Then it came back a time where I was like, hey, I'm going to up this a little bit.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I realized,
because you a good dad.
All I care about my kids been taken care of. I don't need to see where she's spending the money.
Yeah.
Now, if your kids are showing up looking ragged and you paying child support, you got every reason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To want to ask some questions and want to know more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, I'm gonna use I'm not afraid. Court system, let's get it.
Yeah.
Because most people
got
like
receipts.
I want to avoid that. I want I don't care. Like if my kids are not being handled properly, I'm not about to keep going back and forth with you if my kids ain't getting handled properly. Let's go figure this out.
Yeah.
Or you can just start doing the right stuff.
Simple as that.
Simple way, yeah. So that type of stuff don't bother me, man.
Yeah.
Like, I get where they coming from.
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely get where they coming from, but
definitely.
Yeah, so yeah.
Main topic?
Main topic.
Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it. We're gonna talk today, man, about men and how we process our emotions.
Uh-oh.
And
this might be an important conversation.
Because, I think the first thing is we have to settle on, because a lot of people be like, men are not in tune with their emotions.
Yeah.
That's a narrative.
Uh-huh.
Men don't have emotions. That's a narrative. Or, men don't know how to show them properly. All of these things have merit in a certain degree. Mm-hmm. I think it's men, too, and women, like, you have to understand. Now, we're not going to speak on how women handle their emotion, all that. Like, that's y'all.
Yeah, real talk.
We got to bring a woman on for that.
Yeah. And the woman is not here.
The woman is not.
As
like,
we can see.
Like, I can't speak on that. Like,
right, yeah.
And being honest to say you can't speak on it is women have to understand, too, you can't totally speak on what how a man is.
Exactly.
With that. Because the only thing you're going to be able to speak from is the man you've dealt with.
Right,
And just like us in here, we only can speak really for us as men.
100%.
And going to be some men you deal with that may be a little bit differently.
Yeah.
From how we may process and deal with our thing. For me, I had to realize that all of us are emotional beings.
Absolutely, 100%.
And for men to think that they're not, it's the first mistake.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
Because everything that you do and act and feel is an emotion.
Yeah, and I think that's where men kind of get it twisted, or really just kind of, or really obtuse with how they think emotion or what they think emotion comes along with.
Right.
So I think a lot of men, they'll say, well, I ain't emotional. I don't be crying and stuff like that. And it's like, well, that's just one emotion.
That's just one emotion.
You know what I'm saying? Like, emotion covers a broad spectrum of things.
You're stubborn.
That's an emotion.
That's an emotion.
100%.
Because a lot of people like, women are emotional, men are prideful. I'm like, prideful is an emotion.
It is.
It's driven from an emotion.
I think pride is it's a secondary type of emotion. You know what I'm saying?
I feel this way. My pride, now I'm responding in pride.
Yeah, exactly.
No different than I feel this way, I'm responding in anger.
Exactly.
Two secondary emotions.
100%. Mm-hmm.
Like anger, oftentimes, I wish Los was here for this because this is his saying. Like,
that's his bag.
That's his bag. It's a secondary emotion. It's the result or a cover up for another way that you're feeling.
100%.
And your result of it, oftentimes, I'm hurt. Yeah. But I'm acting out in anger.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I'm resentful. when I'm acting out in anger.
Right.
I'm frustrated. And now it's coming out in anger. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And it's coming out in like 100%. All of these things.
Or coming out in silence.
Yeah.
Stoic.
Yep.
100%.
So like, if you're upset, how do you process that?
If I'm upset, well, I think there's levels to upset.
Yeah.
Number one. But I would say, depending on whatever the situation is, and it will just take like if I'm upset with myself. I think I go through different stages. You know what I'm saying? One of those stages being self-deprecation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I suck. I'm a terrible person. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, after I kind of get out of that self-deprecation stage, let me make sure what is your question again?
Just how you process your emotions. Like if you're upset, how do you process it?
Yeah. And so I think, like I said, I just go through different stages if I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? I had read this book. I can't remember what the name of it was. Cry Like a Man?
Cry Like a Man.
I think it was the other one. I can't think of the name of it.
Was it the grief one?
No, that wasn't the Grief Recovery Handbook. It was a different one.
By the same dude?
By the same dude.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah, I know.
And it basically showed like he had a picture in there, and it was like an emotion wheel.
Oh, I remember you showing me that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like the outer emotions will be like the secondary emotions. And then as you move to the center of the wheel, it'll get to like the root of the emotion.
Yes.
And so that's what I mean when I say, you know, I go through stages.
And I think everybody does.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, that would help people on both sides to understand like everybody goes through these different emotion in its stages of each emotion that you're going to go through.
100%.
That you have to process.
Yeah.
And everybody, in a sense, processes differently.
Yeah. And I was just about to say, so like, just to answer your question fully, I ask myself questions. Why are you upset? What about this made you upset? Now, for me, I have to do that because for me, I have to go through that process to understand how to process my emotions and understand what is the root of the emotion.
Was it battle cry?
Battle cry.
Yep.
That's the one. Yeah, battle cry. So yeah, for me, I have to ask my own self internal questions so I can go through those stages and figure out what the root is and not just stay back here at the outer part of the circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, when you say, how do you process it when you are upset? I ask myself questions.
Yeah.
To understand why I'm upset.
Yeah.
Where does it stem from? Is it really that deep?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really have to ask myself those kind of questions. I ask myself questions like, is this something that triggered you? Right? Why did it trigger you? You know what I'm saying? It has, I would say this, a lot of times, it doesn't really have anything to do with what somebody did to me. A lot of times, it's something going on within myself that I have to think about and, again, ask myself questions about to see how I got there to being upset. In whatever way that looks, because upset could be, you know, sad. It could be angry. It could be indifferent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just got to ask myself those questions to see why I feel the way that I feel in that moment.
And I've had to go through that too, because sometimes I get upset at myself because I do feel something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like if something hurt me and I don't want to be hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I like, because for so long I prided myself on foolishness.
Okay.
The foolishness of like nonchalant. Like I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was my thing. Like, oh well.
Right.
It is what it is. I ain't tripping off that.
And
I realized like all of that was every time damaging.
Yeah.
For me to be like having something bother you, but don't even allow yourself to acknowledge that it really bothers you.
Yeah.
Because you want it to be unbothered.
Right. Exactly. Real talk.
Like I want it to be so unbothered by everything. Like, oh, like people like, oh, you're just such a nonchalant person. And I was like, people kept saying that to me. I'm like, oh yeah, I am. Like to a problem. And then I had to start thinking like, definitely once I got in therapy, like, I'm not nonchalant. I'm protecting myself.
Bruh, listen, because people would tell me the same exact thing. And then like, what really made it come to home for me was because people I cared about, people that I loved was saying that to me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just nonchalant. Well, they would say, you act like you don't care.
And
it's like internally, it's like, no, I know I care.
Right.
So it's like, how do I show up to show that I actually do care. And like you said, like when I went to therapy, like the very first time, and we've talked about this before, my therapist, she was like, "How do you feel?" No. And I was like, "I'm cool." She was like, "That's not a feeling." You know what I'm saying? And so she walked me through how to understand and know how I'm feeling.
Right.
By asking me questions. You know what I'm saying? And so I said all that to say, like you said, it's not that I'm nonchalant about stuff and it's not that I don't care. I just had to figure out what that feeling was.
Yeah.
Because again, like the nonchalantness was protection.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I was just protective. It was easier to act like, and I think this is maybe a lot of men.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easier to act like we don't care than have to deal with the actual emotion that we're feeling.
100%. Yeah.
Because then once we have to deal with it, we have to deal with everything that comes along with it. Like, definitely in a society that tells us we can't.
Right, yeah.
You can't cry.
Right.
That's soft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you for like a lot of women will say, "I want that emotion from you, but not too much of it."
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So it's
Facts,
like,
yeah.
I want this emotional connection with you, but I don't want you to be too emotional because now I don't want you sensitive.
Right, exactly. And look, can we be honest? Can we
We're
keep it a buck?
sensitive.
Niggas be listen, women. I'm gonna look directly at the camera.
I have to sit up.
As they know, probably dudes can be more sensitive than women.
Absolutely,
it's facts, man. Now a lot of men will not admit this, but it's like dudes. And I'm gonna tell you why men can be so sensitive because their ego is hurt. That is the thing.
Bruised.
Dudes' egos be mad, bruised, but what they show it as is nonchalantness.
Yep.
They show it as not caring. Because what they don't understand is when their ego is bruised and then they act like they don't care, it actually pushes that woman away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we don't want no one to know that our ego is bruised.
Exactly.
Pride.
Pride, exactly.
It's like because we're built to be tough. So it's like, no, I can't. I'm not gonna even give you the satisfaction
exactly
of knowing
right
that you bruised my ego.
Right, exactly.
Like I can't give you that.
Yeah.
And it's like I should.
Right. Yeah.
Because what we're actually saying that to make it translate, bruised ego equals you hurt my feelings.
You hurt my feelings. That's literally.
You hurt my feelings.
That literally is what it is, yeah.
But that is hard for
it's hard to say.
A lot of men
absolutely
to say
100%
that what you did, what you said, losing this job, going like all of those type of things.
Absolutely.
Car breaking down, like all these type of things that we want to be Mr. Fix-It on.
Yeah.
When it doesn't go right, that hurt my feelings.
Absolutely.
The way you spoke to me. Hurt my feelings.
Yep.
We rather act like, no, I don't care. So what?
Yeah.
F you.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
like whatever makes us feel tougher in that moment.
Exactly.
Is what we normally go for.
Sure.
Instead of embracing the vulnerability side of us. But sometimes it's hard to embrace that when we've been taught so long, don't embrace it.
Yeah.
Or be vulnerable, but not too much.
Yeah.
Show emotion, but not too much. So then we're fighting this war within inside of us like, do I tell her? Do I speak up for myself at this moment and tell how I'm really feeling? Or is that gonna come across soft?
Yeah.
Or is that gonna come across that I'm moaning and complaining and bitching like because no dude wants to be known as that.
Yeah, as a complainer.
Exactly. And all that. Now there's lines.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like don't no woman want a complaining dude. But at the same time, don't no woman don't want a guy that's not able to express how he feels either.
Exactly.
So it's hard sometimes to find that balance.
Right.
You know, of how.
Yeah.
How do I say this? And I think that's not all on us to figure out.
Yeah,
it's on us to figure out, but it's on whoever we're around, whether that's family, friends, intimate relationship, work.
Yeah.
The cultivator space.
Yeah.
That allows people to operate in that.
Absolutely.
You can't give a demeaning space and then say open up.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't open up because it's been damaged every time that they did.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the thing is that, you know, since children, I think that it has mostly been a safe space for women to be able to express themselves that way. Because I think women, a lot of times, they process things through their experience. As men, we don't necessarily process through experience. We process through logic. We process through pride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just very different. So a woman can experience something and be able to lay out for you all her feelings that she felt about it because it was her experience.
Right.
A same dude can experience the same exact thing, whatever that thing may be, and he'll process it through pride and logic.
And logic's going to say, you shouldn't feel this way.
Exactly.
Or that's not that big of a deal.
That's not that big of a deal. Exactly.
You know, are you tripping?
Right. Exactly.
And it's like, so now,
tripping.
Now it's like, man, my mind is telling me I'm tripping. But my feelings is telling me this hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one do I communicate? Which one do I go with?
And 9 times out of 10, we're going with our default, which is
nigga,
the former. You tripping.
You tripping.
100%.
Tripping, bro. Get over that. That ain't worth saying nothing about. And then guess what? We don't say nothing about it this time. We don't say nothing about it this time. We don't say nothing about it that time. And then we snap.
Exactly.
Because now we're tired.
Exactly. And we'll take on a lot of stuff before we finally get tired.
We'll put that on the woman sometimes or the job or whoever. And it's like, hey, I didn't even know that bothered you.
Right. Exactly. Facts.
Because here it is. Men want to be more emotional.
Okay. Tell me more.
I feel like most men want to come and tell everything that they feel.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. This is so funny to me.
Like we want to. I think people feel like we don't want to.
Yeah, but we absolutely do. That's why it's funny. Yeah.
Some of us don't know how.
Yeah.
So inside, we going through this
absolutely
whole infinite loop in our head.
100%.
And trying to play out we didn't play out 30 scenarios on how to say it.
Yeah.
And settled on not saying it.
Hey, real talk. No, facts. Real talk.
Like, I should say it this way. I should say it before dinner, after. Let me make sure she cool.
We'll overthink ourselves out of saying anything.
Then you just be like, you know what? It ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. We didn't process it so much, now we just over it.
Yeah,
until it comes back up again.
Exactly, until it comes back up again.
And the thing is, we want to say it. We want to be there when you be like, oh, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
You kind of not acting yourself.
Our
heart is like, pour it all out.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Just tell her everything.
But
then you just start overplaying all of these scenarios that may not be the particular person.
Right.
That's the thing with emotions. And when we do feel like we are triggered, half the time the person may have did or said something that triggered us, but that's not the thing that we're overly emotional about. It's where it happened somewhere long before this person.
Long before, 100%.
In front of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now all of these waves is coming back, and now we're trying to process why I even feel like this.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but what it made me think about is when I was married at the time, being told that I wasn't emotionally intelligent. I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I have come to find that a lot of men, it's very true, a lot of men are not emotionally intelligent because they really do not know how they feel.
Right.
And they don't know how to articulate how they feel.
They just know they feel something.
Exactly.
Like something don't feel right.
Exactly.
Like sometimes you like, hey, you ain't been yourself lately. And nigga like, I ain't.
Yeah, because again, they processing through logic. I've been doing the same stuff that I've been doing.
Yeah, I go to work.
I
go to work. I pay the bills. I do this. I take out the trash. What? And they like, inside they know.
Yeah, real talk.
And then the woman is like, what's going on? Why you ain't been yourself lately? And you're reaching for something that he wants to give you, but he don't even know how. He
don't know how to articulate.
He's like
100%.
I don't know why I haven't been myself.
Yeah.
And to her, that may seem like a BS answer.
But it's the truth.
And not adequate enough to come to a solution.
Yeah.
And you like, every time I come, you try to communicate, you can't. And it's like, because I really don't know why I haven't been myself. Something's off. And I can't pinpoint why I feel the way that I'm feeling.
Yeah. Or what I'm feeling. 100%.
And like, it's just something's not right now. And sometimes it's like, I've never felt this way. So I don't even know how to properly identify with what I am feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, again, the space needs to be cultivated. Like,
absolutely.
Hey, well, whatever you're feeling, I'm here for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I read something like somebody had posted something like, do men not even like women anymore?
Okay.
And it was something along those lines, like and I seen another dude, he post like, dudes are more loyal to their homies than they women. Why is that?
Okay.
Like,
I
mean, like, all of those are just narrative, you know.
100%. Even the narrative where today I've been seeing a lot more of it is that don't ever complain to your woman, or don't ever be vulnerable in front of or to your woman, or don't ever cry in front of your woman. All of these is narratives today.
And then like it's the one that goes around where it's like, men talk to us, women we care, and then you see underneath that post nothing but men like, no y'all don't.
Hey, real talk.
And here's what I believe.
Yeah,
they do care.
Women?
Yes. I feel like
sometimes.
Women. No, I feel like for the most part.
Yeah.
Women truly do care.
Okay.
How their man feels.
Okay.
We got our struggles.
Sure.
We're processing emotions.
Mm-hmm.
If they've never really had a man open up to them.
Okay.
Tell them how they feel. They're not properly, and they may not admit to this.
Yeah.
They may not understand. They may not even know. If you never had a man truly open up and pour out your feelings, how are you properly trained to handle when a man does too?
There it is.
So
that's what I was gonna say. I don't think they're equipped.
You may think that. So you may be true, like, I want to know what you're feeling.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what to do when I tell you
there
what I'm
it is.
feeling?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it comes vice versa. Do we know what to do?
Do we know? 100%.
When they tell us what they feel.
Facts.
And oftentimes it's both sides is that we are both learning.
Facts.
Ain't no handbook for this.
There is not a handbook.
And that's why grace is needed so much.
Absolutely.
And moments and this is what my therapist had to teach me, and Lord knows I still struggle.
Yeah.
I have not arrived.
None of us have.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Literally is what she had to tell me.
Right, yeah.
It's like you talk so fast.
Not
like talk fast. I'm quick-witted.
Got you.
So when you say something, what it takes most people time, I got to sit back and process this.
Yeah.
Mine computes real quick and I already know what I want to say. But it's not always right.
Right, yeah.
It's not that what I'm saying ain't right. It's probably the way I'm saying it.
Right, yeah.
Ain't gonna come out
the way it's coming across. Yeah.
But sometimes I just need to chill and process what's really being told to me.
Sure.
Because oftentimes, how I first respond ain't right.
Yeah.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
And it's better when I come back around, like, hey, you know what? I probably should.
I was wrong. Yeah.
I shouldn't have said it like that. What I was really trying to articulate was this.
Right.
You know, but women and men, we got a long way to go in hearing each other.
I totally agree. Absolutely.
And understanding and accepting that we don't think alike.
Yeah.
And
that's facts, bro.
And I think that's where it bumps heads, where dudes like, y'all don't care. Y'all don't want to hear from us. Y'all don't care about how we feel. It's like they do, but they process it the way they process it. And then they try to apply what they would how they would react and how they would handle it to, like, well, you shouldn't feel like that, or that's not valid.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, everybody's feelings is valid.
Yeah. Again, it's I really believe it's the way, like you're saying, it's the way we process things. Women process through their experience.
Yeah.
That's why, a woman can come home from work and tell you mad details about how her day went.
Yeah.
And the dude will come home and he'll be like, yeah, it was cool. And he might tell you a few small details about what happened.
Yeah.
But he's already pushed it out of his mind because he's been processing throughout the whole day and pushed all the BS out. Right. Once he got home, he's like, okay, cool. Now I'm in my safe space.
Yeah.
I don't even care about that other stuff. Because the dude doesn't necessarily process through his experience. He's like, look, work is work. I'll put it in that category. It is what it is. And then when I get home, home is home.
Once he feels that safe space, he'll open to you more up about his day.
100%. Yeah.
If you inquire.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, how was your day? He's like, cool. Okay, well, let me tell you about mine.
Right. Hey, real talk though. Yeah, ask more questions.
Like sometimes you got to push that man. Well, like, well, babe, what happened at the job today? And he you got to sometimes dig up front after you break through a couple of barriers, which you're going to have to break through.
Yeah, 100%.
If this man has never had somebody truly care about how his day went.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. And that's the thing. And like some of us men have never had somebody that truly were interested in how our day went.
Yeah.
So we think sometimes when asking how our day went, we think you're just doing formalities.
Yeah.
Like you don't really care. You're just asking that so you can get to telling us how your day went.
Right.
So we're just like, oh, cool, baby. How was your day?
Yeah.
And we just lean into that.
Yeah.
You know. And sometimes it takes like, well, hey, before we talk about that, I want to hear more about yours. Like, how are you, when somebody, how are you feeling? And they're like, oh, I'm cool. Like, no, I'm like, how are you really feeling?
Exactly.
Like real intricate check-ins.
100%.
But it's kind of like what I posted yesterday, and this is what I think is missing from most relationships. I think this is the key, and for us as men. I put something like I said where intimacy cannot exist where vulnerability is not present.
100%. Absolutely.
And sometimes we're reaching for intimate moments with each other, men and women, but there's no true vulnerability there.
Absolutely.
So we're not connecting the way we want to connect with each other because we're yet to be vulnerable.
And can I add to that? Because that's 100% true. I totally agree. And unfortunately, I think a lot of times, especially on social media, questions like that are being asked, and it's like you have no connection to these people.
Right.
So you're not going to be vulnerable on social media.
Yeah, at all.
You know what I'm saying? And the problem with that is that I feel like, unfortunately, because of social media, a lot of times people get their narratives from that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have no connection to these people. You have no vulnerability with these people. So, of course, it's going to look like that across the board for men. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dude, a dude is not going to be vulnerable on social media like that.
And I remember
that's not how that works.
That post that came out like, men vent to us, we really do care.
And
I remember T-Ray, he shared it. And he was like, man, no, they don't. Basically, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And all of these women who came on his post, we do, blah, blah, like all of this stuff. And I was like, basically trying to defend themselves. Like we do. And I remember posting on there, I was like, all of y'all get on here being defensive, trying to prove that you do care. And say about all the things that you do care. I said, not one of you all has asked T-Ray, why does he feel this way?
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. It's facts.
Like no woman stopped to just ask. They were just trying to prove I do care. Instead of trying to not prove that you do care about hearing what somebody says. You prove that you do care by trying to figure out why does this person even feel this way.
And dudes do it too.
We do it too.
Because, a woman will say all dudes are dogs.
And we just go to straight defensive mode.
Like, oh,
I ain't no dog.
You stupid.
You do.
Only dumb women say that. And it's like saying, you said,
why
what
do
makes
you feel
that?
Like all women, what has happened that you feel like all men are dogs?
Right, exactly.
And then when they can explain it, you probably going to be like,
I can see that.
I see why you think all men 100%. Is dogs.
Yeah.
And then you can say, hey, you know what? From your experience, you have every right to feel like all men and dogs.
And that's what I'm like, that's the thing, like, all people speak from their own experience.
That's it. And I think once we understand that, you can get further to realize everybody's speaking from their own joy, own trauma, own happiness, own hurts.
Right.
We're all speaking from these places. So you can't tell somebody, oh, you shouldn't feel like that.
Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy.
You shouldn't think that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no. My experience tell me, yes, I should.
Yeah, absolutely.
So instead of trying to tell me what I shouldn't think or how I shouldn't feel or how I shouldn't act, won't you try to understand why I do?
There it is, 100%. Yeah.
And because like as men, that's how we process. Why do I feel this way? We internally do it,
bruh,
and we need to do it more outwardly.
I totally agree.
If we want to truly connect. Because I think that's the connection part that's missing in most relationships.
100%.
Us as men has not figured out or allowed ourselves to be vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And women are reaching because they are emotional beings.
Yeah.
they're reaching for the emotion in us.
And I'll add to that because I feel like men say that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, women are emotional beings as if it excludes us.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying?
We are too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're reaching for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we haven't learned enough how to be vulnerable to show it
100%.
to make the connection that they're reaching for.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
And I feel like that's on us.
Yeah.
Now,
I totally agree.
Again, they can cultivate a space to make it easier.
Right.
But it's a decision that has to be made with us as men, is that I'm going to be vulnerable despite what it may cost me.
Facts. Real talk, boy. Real talk.
And
that's really what it comes down to.
I ain't saying it's easy, because it's not.
It's
not.
No, it ain't.
It's like, it ain't easy at all.
There's nothing easy about that.
It's not easy at
all. Yeah.
But if we really want truly what we want, and we really desire the connections that we say we really want, it's the risk that we have to take.
100%.
To say, at all costs, maybe, cause I need to know, can you cultivate the space?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if I be vulnerable and you can't cultivate the space, that's the thing. But we also have to understand that too. We ask for grace, but we got to give it.
100%. Absolutely.
And like I said earlier, like, if a woman's never had a man be truly vulnerable and express his feelings, the first time you do it, or you give her that vulnerability, or you express that feeling, she may not handle it the right way.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And that's what you got to communicate. Like, hey, when I came to you and I shared this with you, you asked me how I feel, and I told you, you reacted this way. That's kind of making me not want to share how I'm feeling, because I don't feel like you handled it the proper way.
Yeah, you didn't handle it with care.
And it's like, you used it against me, you threw it, like, and a woman has to hear that.
Yeah. And
if she cares and loves that man, there's some adjustment that needs to be made.
Yeah.
And if there's a reason why she acted, she needs to express that.
100%.
And say, well, I reacted this way because of this.
Yeah.
And let's try to get an understanding. Not always an agreement.
Right. Exactly.
Understanding does not always, and I think this is where we bump heads so much in relationships.
Right.
We want agreement more than we want understanding.
Exactly. And then even sometimes understanding doesn't even come.
Yeah.
You know, so take for instance, I think a lot of times, you know, what happens with dudes is that they'll share how they feel, and then unfortunately, depending on the woman you're dealing with, because I'm definitely not saying this is all women, but what a lot of times will happen is that, which causes dudes to get to where they are, this woman will take what she told him and then flip it and make it about her. You know what I'm saying? And then what ends up happening, which I feel like we talked about on our podcast before, is now she's talking about how she feels about what you said about how you feel.
And now
you're talking about her feelings and trying to help her get through her feelings.
Yep.
And now your feelings as a man is just left on the table and they're never dealt with. And this happens more often than not. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that women do that purposely.
Yeah.
Or they're doing it, you know, to be, scandalous or whatever the case may be. I think it just kind of happens sometimes. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things when you talk about creating a safe space. It's like, don't take what I'm telling you about how I feel and then make it about you. And now we're talking about how you feel about what I told you about how I feel.
And what that sounds like is this, for examples. Hey, babe, when you said this yesterday, that really hurt my feelings. Well, I only said that because you said
exactly
this, and when you said that, that really hurt my feelings. And then the man was like, well, babe, I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I didn't want you to feel like that. So now I'm trying to talk about all the ways that I didn't try to hurt your feelings. And now all the focus is on your feelings being hurt. And then when you like, well, then the girl's like, well, I forgive you. I know you didn't mean that. Now you're just like, cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
She's cool now that I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. We got past that. Good night.
Yeah. A lot of times what happens is it sounds like the dude is now on the defense.
Yeah. Because now you're defending, well, I didn't say that because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. That's not what I mean when I said that.
Right.
And
exactly.
I apologize if that did that. And she's like, okay, baby, it's cool. All that. Now we're going to sleep.
Right.
But now we ain't dealt with the fact that my feelings was hurt.
My feelings are still hurt because we didn't address. A lot of times that happens.
And now we just found a little piece. And now that you ain't tripping.
Exactly.
And we didn't even forgot, like, damn, I was hurt.
Right. It still am.
Yeah.
That's real. Yeah.
sometimes, and we got to be able to, a cultivated environment is when somebody comes to you with their feelings, you allow that space for them 100%. To talk about their feelings.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Either side.
And it'd be tough to listen to sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
It really do.
And it's tough for me.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm 100.
Yeah.
Because I want to jump in. Definitely when I feel like what you're saying about me is wrong.
Yeah.
Or like when you're telling me what I may have said or done hurt your feelings. And here's where it gets hard. When it wasn't my intent.
Yeah.
So now I feel like, well, that ain't what my intent. Let me defend this real quick.
Yeah. And the thing is, intent doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
At all.
And I'm not giving you the space.
Yeah.
To truly tell me what's going on, because now I'm trying to be defensive about what I meant to do or what I meant by
right.
Instead of
exactly.
just hearing out that I hurt you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if I hurt you, my intent doesn't matter.
Yeah, not at the moment. And I think there's a time and a place to express that.
Yeah, to express
you know what I'm
that.
saying? 100%. Absolutely.
So I mean, I think overall, man, like we have emotions.
Listen, big emotions.
Big emotions.
Very big emotions.
We're sensitive in a lot of areas.
Yeah. And can we go back to what we said earlier? Anger is not an emotion.
No.
It's secondary.
It's a response.
Anger is a response.
To what somebody's truly feeling.
Exactly. And like you said, a lot of times under the anger is hurt feelings.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
There's
you know what I'm saying?
Beneath that is like, it's easier, definitely for a man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel more powerful when I'm angry.
Yeah.
And what man don't want to feel tough?
Exactly.
That's what we're totally supposed to be.
And let's keep it a buck. That's why a lot of these young dudes is out on the streets shooting and killing each other.
Yeah. They feel tough. It makes them feel more tough. Of a man.
Exactly. Rather than saying, like, no, that kind of made me feel some kind of way. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm mad my daddy left.
Exactly.
But instead of me showing hurt behind me mad that this nigga left, I'm going to go up here and prove that I don't need him by being tough with everybody.
Exactly.
I'm mad my mama don't love me properly.
Exactly.
Well, not mad. I'm hurt. My mother doesn't love me properly. Mm-hmm. But because of that, I ain't letting nobody else get close. I'm a dog everybody else out.
Mm-hmm. Or I'm mad I'm broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm mad things haven't turned out in my life like I thought they would.
And
you know what I mean?
And I think women have to understand, a real man is never going to be happy broke.
Man, listen. Hey, real talk.
If a man is broke and he cool,
there's a problem.
Ladies, that ain't it.
There is a problem.
Move on, young queen.
Right. That young king and young queen mess is crazy.
Like move on.
Oh, man.
This will be a status soon. If that man is broke and he cool, that ain't it. Because any real man, if he broke,
it
ain't.
Listen,
I ain't cool.
That provider's gonna kick in at some point. Got to.
I'm trying. Yes, I'm being short.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm acting a little agitated.
Right.
Yes, I'm irritated because internally I'm trying to figure this out.
And the dude got to communicate that. Back to what we were saying. I'm feeling very frustrated because I can't provide and protect you like I feel like I want and need to. And that's what it is.
I've been there.
As have I.
And I wish I would have communicated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I wish I could have definitely if a woman's coming to you about not providing or not doing the things
facts, real talk.
that they feel like that you want.
Yeah,
they want you to do, to be able to say, you don't think I want to do all of this?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And you might even cry in that moment.
You don't any real man wants to take care of his woman. And what happened is these narratives get spent, and when it happens, now these narratives clash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now men that want to provide are wondering, is this woman just with me for my money? Yeah. And then when they kind of hold back, that feeds the narrative that the woman been spent that no man wants to provide.
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
When the honest thing is, women, you ain't got to talk about money to a real man that want to provide.
Hey, facts. He'll just show
He's just gonna do it.
Real talk.
He don't have a problem. There's some men I ain't paying all the bills and all that. And most people, I don't have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. Now I do have to understand too. We're in 2024.
This economy look different.
This economy's a little different.
Real talk.
And sometimes that man ain't making enough to take care of everything.
Right. Exactly.
That's communication.
Right.
If you want a man that's making that, know that might limit some of your suitors.
Yeah, real talk.
And that's okay if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got to be real about that.
Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. Every man should live on their own. before marriage.
I ain't mad at that at all.
That's my belief.
I'm not mad at that at all.
You should learn. A man should learn. Like there is no part of me that can't marry someone and take care of all the bills. Why? Because I'm used to doing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, will they be a little bit higher? Right. Will utilities not a bit higher because we got a family in the house or whatever? Yes, but I'm used to taking care of everything myself.
As am I.
So
100%.
when you're used to that, it's just what it is.
It just is what it is.
It is what it is. Come on, baby. You know, and then like we'll talk about the stuff you can take care of with your money.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Like it's just communication, but the narrative that there are no providers, real men want to provide.
Yeah.
You don't even have to ask them to provide. But the thing about it, when things do happen and he can't, it has to be communicated.
Absolutely.
Because like I said, it was points where I probably wish I would have said, like, listen, I want to take care of all that for you.
Yeah.
I'm not in position to right now.
Yeah.
But when I'm in position to and I'm getting there, you don't have to worry about nothing.
Right, exactly.
And then the woman has to be like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you the space to get there. Until you get there, let's hold this thing down together. And I got you.
Yeah.
You got me. And I, like.
It's teamwork, man.
Teamwork. Like,
and that even comes to emotional support. Like, real talk.
Like, again, because when a man is broke, a man ain't no happy man.
Period.
A real man.
Period.
When a real man is broke,
Period.
Is not a happy man.
It is affecting him.
His emotions is going to be all
100%.
over the place. Like, I seen it with my own 2 eyes with my pops.
Yeah, but
my pops was making good money. He got hurt on the job. They didn't handle it right. And he went a minute without making the type of money they were used to making.
Yeah.
He was not the same man.
Absolutely.
And as a youngster, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, Paul, you gotta get up, you gotta go get it. And he kind of felt like defeated for a moment.
Yeah.
Until he finally got back. And you seen like when he got back, you seen the return of what I'm like. But then when I got in a situation, I'm like, I understand what it is to be here.
Yeah.
Get knocked down to here as a man. And you can't do what you so used to doing, what your natural thing is used to doing.
Provide and protect, man.
And you just feel defeated by it.
Yeah.
And that's when you need that woman.
Absolutely.
To be like, nah, babe, we're going to go get this.
Exactly.
That's when you need that woman like, hey, listen, I looked online, I seen some stuff that I know you qualify for. Let's get up and go get it.
Yeah, real
because
talk.
Sometimes you just need that extra push.
That extra push.
Right. But men, we got to talk.
Yeah. And men have to be able to take that extra push too. Yeah. And not
because
be prideful.
Like, I don't know. I only know help finding no job.
Yeah,
yes, you do.
Yes, you do. And that's okay. Let your woman help you.
Help me. Don't help me. Don't leave me broke.
Hey, real talk.
Help me.
Hey, facts,
Straight
man.
Up. I don't want to be broke.
Let your woman help you, man. Hey. Don't be too prideful. Let your woman help you. Let your friends help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never too big to receive help.
Man.
Like, real talk.
Because it's needed.
Facts.
There is no such thing as a self-made person.
Man, listen.
That is a
Everybody
lie.
Has had some help somewhere along the way. Everybody.
I got it out the mud by myself. Nigga, no, you didn't.
Listen. And that whole get it out the mud thing, it's like, listen, I get it to a certain extent, but it's like, if you don't have to get it out the mud, then don't.
That ain't understand though. I wish I didn't have to get out. Like, I'm saying, I've got it out the mud in some situations and had some people help pull me out the mud.
I'm saying,
I wish I was never in it.
Hey, facts. If you don't have to be in it, then don't.
Right.
It's facts. Like, why do you want to have a narrative of that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never understood that. If you don't have to have that narrative, then don't.
I never want.
It doesn't make you any less.
When I was rapping, I'm like, I don't want the story of I got shot.
Lord Jesus,
I don't need that kind of cred.
Yeah, no.
Like some people feel like they feel like that's credibility.
Yeah, no.
Like no,
nigga, I can fight. Like it's okay.
I know a little bit about the streets. I've never been shot, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, like I'm totally fine with it.
And I don't have some of the gangster stories that some people have, and I'm okay with that.
Right, exactly. Totally fine. It's insane. Relax.
Because some of them are telling the story from the grave.
Facts. Real talk.
Like just being one.
That is not me. Real
that ain't
talk.
me. I'm glad to be alive.
Real talk.
But men, like for real, men, if y'all listen, first of all, if you don't understand how to process your emotions, be honest with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And go to therapy.
Therapy. Real talk.
Go to therapy to help somebody unpack how to process that.
And as we always say, therapy is not a fix-all.
It's not a fix-all.
You have to be ready and willing and able to share and do what is required of you. Right. It's still work at the end of the day.
Because if you really want that true connection with definitely a significant other, you're going to have to learn some vulnerability and how to process emotions and express them. And women just give us grace while we try to learn how to be better.
Hey, facts. Real
like,
talk.
you know, that's what it is. We learn. Like, we're trying to break years
generations
of having to be so tough.
Facts. Real talk, boy.
But what we don't want is to have to put on all this armor to go out into the streets, into the corporate world and all of that.
Yep.
And have to leave that same armor on when we come home.
Oof. That's a big one.
With that, a big one. Like, share, subscribe.
Ooh, that's good stuff. Hey, man. This is a fire episode. Ooh, fire. Y'all know the drill, man.
Y'all know it.
As Nickel just said, man, hit that like button, share, and subscribe, especially for this episode. We drop some dimes in this bit. All right. We out. Deuces.